Nick Hart with Houston Associates. I cover the New England territory and the Capital Region on the management team. I'm actually filling in for my partner, Joe Piro, who is our regional manager for all of upstate New York. Joe would have loved to have been here, but he has a new addition to his family as his wife gave birth to their beautiful daughter, Nina, at 3:42 a.m. today, and is either smartly sleeping or taking care of his wife. We have a couple of people on the background. We got Kyle Bolduck, who handles our Albany Capital Region for the outside sales side. Noah Greenwood is our in the street Buffalo and Rochester group. So please utilize the chat feature that's at the very top. These guys will take the time and the opportunity to create a break to be able to ask those questions so we can answer them right here in person. I'm sitting in our office. I have several items from Lutron motorized shades that are behind me to wirelessly controlled Picos that I'll turn my lights on and off from different spots and spaces. But we're going to have a pretty good time here. Again, ask those questions as they come in. I'm going to start with, honestly, our sensor products. So Lutron offers a wide range of in-wall sensor products. We are known for our wireless products. We do have wireless ceiling sensors. We have wall sensors, but I want to dive right into, honestly, our in-wall sensor products on both categories. So I'll start with our residential offering. This is a 2-amp device. This is an MS OPS2. It is stocked by Green Mountain as a partner for us. This is 120 volts only. It is an OC or vacancy, and it has the capability to do, again, 2 amps, 120 volts only. But your list price on this, guys, is $27. So that list price is likely lower than the competitors that we have in that space. A couple of things I'll talk about. This right here can, again, be OC or vacancy. That little dip switch on the side is that capability to transition out of OC or vacancy. Occupancy sensor. When I walk inside the space, it automatically turns on based on that motion. This is a passive infrared technology. So we call our XCT, cross correlation technology. It's an advanced passive infrared. I like to point out the eye on this device. So that eye, when you go into a lot of the commercial or light commercial applications, that's broken. Go into bathrooms all the time in restaurants, I find that to be broken as people think that's a switch. I can press that till my finger turns all types of colors. It's not going to sit there and break. Aesthetically, I think our product stands out as a better product than the average competitor, but it's a great product at a great price. Staying down that residential series of products, this is our MS OPCL, Maestro Sensor, OP for occupancy, and then it's a dimmer, so it's a Citadel dimmer. No neutral is required on our devices here. This is, again, 150 watts of LED. It is a multi-location. The reason I like to point this out, I'm not going to say that eye is indestructible. Listen, if my 12-year-old decides to stab that thing with a pencil while he's doing his math homework, it's going to break, right? But in this specific unit, now I have the ability, with a couple of clicks of a button, I can actually take off that eye, leave the yoke of the device hardwired in there, and replace that with a different product or that other color that I want. Again, this is a dimmer sensor, residentially 120, great product to have. Again, no neutral required. Staying in that same family as sensors, now we want to talk about our commercial series of products. This is actually currently installed right now in my office. So I point this out for a few different reasons. This has the ability to be programmed right on the yoke of the device itself. A lot of our competitors, you got to count the flashes when they're trying to sit there and figure out, am I in occupancy mode? Am I in a 30-minute timeout? It becomes a unique problem when you're trying to figure it out on the spot and you don't have data coverage or you can't find the tech sheet. So this is part, again, of our Vive series. It is wirelessly controllable. So this is installed in my office. This is my Pico. I can turn those lights on and off right here from my space in a wireless 3-way, 4-way application. All programming is done right here. $122.77. Again, it's that XCT technology. Great product to have, great price point to have, and then I can change all the various colors if I want to as well. We do offer the dual technology version. So if you're looking for an ultrasonic, a dual tech passive infrared with that ultrasonic, we do have several options. It is stocked again by our partner Green Mountain at very aggressive price points. Please reach out to your Green Mountain employee or one of our employees here if you have any discretionary business where we can make some additional money for you guys on our sensor category. With that said, I'm going to share my screen and dive right into our Caseta product category. So Caseta itself, we're really excited that Caseta product was introduced about 8 years ago. The Caseta family, when we introduced that product, was our traditional dimmers and switches. Left-hand side, those are the icon-based devices that you have. That's a PD6 WCL, 150-watt dimmable LED, 600-watt incandescent, single pole only. And it's a great product, but any three-way or four-way had to be done with a Pico. That right-hand side, that is a no neutral required Caseta original switch. Another great product, that's a 5WS DV dual voltage. That's 120 or 277. I highlight the fact that that's no neutral because a lot of our competitors, right, the online competitors, the big box stores, they cannot sell that device. So it's a differentiator for you guys as installers or as a distributor partner. We have several kits within that space. Your left-hand side of the screen is your dimmer three-way. That includes the Pico adapter plate. Great product to have. And that one on the right-hand side is your Pico, right, on-off two-button only with a 6 amp neutral required switch. A couple of three-way option kits that are there. I want to dive into the technology of Caseta. People get very nervous when you start talking about wireless or three ways that are not wired together. We work at a 434 megahertz RF signal. And I pointed out for a couple of different reasons. The most common application that we have in our pockets almost every single day is your car key fob. Breaks around 330 megahertz, same idea. People get very nervous. Wireless, does it function? Is it reliable? Well, my car starts every time it's supposed to. I use it every single day. So I'll dive into the programming in a live demo later on, but it's not 2.4 gigahertz. It's not 5.0 gigahertz. And I point that out for a very specific reason. If you get past the standalone only capabilities of Caseta, and we start to talk about the smart bridge. The smart bridge connects to your home router, and that bridge can talk to 75 Caseta devices, but it only counts as one space on that smart bridge. I'm going to expand on that conversation for a very specific reason. In my house right now, I have a Netgear device. My Netgear device is currently sitting with 31 devices on it right now, one of which is my Caseta bridge. But I have 41 devices on my bridge, but only taking up one space. That 33rd device on my Netgear router is not going to connect. I'm not going to have that internet access, be it my laptop or a cell phone. So when you get people asking, why do I need this product when I can go on Amazon and buy a more economical option? Well, all of those devices, if they're Wi-Fi enabled, count on your router. And these device limitations on routers are coming right from the company's pages themselves. This is not propaganda or made up numbers. We're pulling it from their data sheets. So want to make sure we highlight that. Big thing with our smart home controls is the capabilities. You got a lot of different companies on your screen right now. If this, then that. That's a cause and effect. If it's sunny outside, close my blinds. If it's snowing outside, turn on my heat gutter trace system. Those are some of the capabilities using Lutron products with a third-party connection. I'll dive into some newer items that are part of the Caseta family. We get asked very often, what's your coverage for your devices? A smart bridge does 30 feet in all directions. If I'm trying to do that smart bridge and expand that signal out, and my house goes beyond 30 feet, well, I can add this repeater, one per system. I can actually add in a plug-in lamp dimmer, and now I can expand my signal to cover right around 5,000 square feet. Great product to have, nice addition to the product family. The next one that not everybody knows we have is a Aqua vacancy wireless sensor that's part of the Caseta family. So I have 3 of these installed in my home, one of which is just simply in my bathroom. So that when my kids take a 45-minute shower at the hottest possible water output they can, I'm exhausting before that fan gets backed up because of the humidity that's in the air. Great product to have. It's that XCT technology, no wiring required. I just pair that inside the app or as a standalone application. This guy is pretty slick. Your outdoor smart plug can be used as a standalone only product, and it will be part of the promotion that Green Mountain is kicking off here next month. It is 15 amp rated switch. It's a half a horsepower motor load, and it works outdoors from a -4 degrees to 122 degrees. Perfect for string lights as people start to get back outside with the nice weather. Perfect to be able to do any festivity activities that you have outside for holiday decorations. It's a pretty kick-ass item at a very aggressive price point. I can pair it with a Pico and have it right on my patio to turn my string lights on or off. I can put it on my app to be able to do timers and settings inside that space. I'm going to dive into that item a little bit shortly as I continue to go. Any questions in the background, guys? I'll keep going. Everything we talked about so far was part of the Caseta Classic product. We introduced the new Diva Smart product on the right-hand side, honestly, September of last year. Original Smart on the left, you can see the new aesthetics on the right-hand side. No more icons, no more trying to figure out what button does somebody press to turn the lights on and off. It's a pretty nice aesthetic feature that has a top touch to dim capability. It has your slider option that's there, and it can fade to off. Talking about it is great. I'm going to show it here shortly, but it is a great product to have. It comes with an accessory switch if you want it for hardwired 3-way or 4-way multi-locations. And these new Diva Smarts, they all come in gray or brown for your color options beyond the traditional white, light almond, ivory, and black that original Caseta came in. So that's an additional feature, as well as that wired accessory switch that I showcased. So when we introduced this back in September, everybody said that's a great product to have. But when I put it next to a 2-gang unit in your Pico, that aesthetics can be a little bit of an eyesore. So Lutron introduced your Pico paddle remote. That is a 10-year battery life product, on-off only. It is a great product to have, and it matches the aesthetics across the board. That item right there comes in for Caseta, RA3, or Homeworks. So it, again, wireless handheld control. I can mount it on my car, I can put it on the wall. I'm going to fly through this for the reason of just trying to stay on task because I want to showcase this product in person. The kits, the dimmers, this outdoor plug we talk about, really excited for the promotion that's going to kick off here with Green Mountain, where if you buy that starter kit that is shown on the bottom left-hand corner, DVRF BDG1-D, it comes with the Diva Smart, it comes with the Pico, it comes with your starter bridge. You buy that item, which has a list price of $168, we are giving you, Green Mountain is giving you that free outdoor plug for your smart system. That's, I believe, $110 list price. So it's a great product to have. It's a great way to start your system inside that space. So, any questions so far? All right, a lot of information. Please ask the questions. I'm a big fan of don't tell me about it, show me. I'm going to transition my camera and hopefully not lose anybody in the process, but I do it on purpose. This right here is our typical Diva device. That's a Diva Smart. I can tap that unit on. You can see it goes on right to that preset setting that exists. This Diva Smart has a Pico paddle that is right next to it. I do not have that Diva programmed in any way, shape, or form. Currently in this setup, I have a wireless three-way. That traditional Pico that is controlling that device, I can turn it up, down, left, right. It's on, it's off. I have a wireless three-way inside the space. Now, for this demo purpose, super easy if you've never programmed a Pico before. You got to switch to the top of your basement stairs. You want to add that to the bottom of your walkout basement. I hardwired that hardwired Diva Smart device. I hold that off button for 10 seconds. It goes into association mode. It goes into link mode. I don't like the word program because it sounds way more difficult than it needs to be. That Pico paddle that was not working at all, I hold that bottom button for 10 seconds. You don't need to count because you're going to get a visual confirmation right there. Up and down 3 times for a visual confirmation. A lot of words. In about 30 seconds, we just created a wireless 4-way. Hardwired device is on. I tap that one Pico paddle that I just programmed. That goes on to the preset setting that's there for my wireless 3-way. And then that original Pico still works in a wireless 4-way scenario. So with a lot of words and a very easy to create process, I can create these scenarios for wireless solutions inside the space.
Nick, we do have one question in the chat. It's from Mark, and I'm not 100% sure of the meaning because I just work in marketing. I'm not an electrician, but it's talking about, does thread matter? Mark, you can unmute yourself, or I could do it. So you can ask the, let's see, I'm trying to find him on our list. Hold on 1 second, see if I can unmute Mark. It is not letting me unmute Mark. Mark, if you can unmute yourself. Or do you understand that question?
Thread, I assume he's talking about maybe the 632 screws when it comes to the device itself, but I'd like for Mark to give me a little bit more detail so I make sure I answer it properly.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't figure out why I can't unmute him.
All good, Mark. If you want to elaborate on that, I'll be happy to try and dive in and answer that question.
Yeah. Hopefully we can expand on the chat, or we'll
so it
work
sounds
on
like it's just the connectivity for Wi-Fi. So okay. I can't find a specific, but he's asking, what the Wi-Fi protocol is, and I think you covered that with the 434 gigahertz.
Well, I think
communication.
The new wireless protocol. Yep. Sorry. Great.
Yeah. If you're looking for the new wireless protocol, there's an NEC code compliancy that states for your receptacles, right? Depending on how you interpret that code, it's for a wireless receptacle that you can't use it. The wireless communication, typically through a Pico, because it's a lighting control circuit, is not affected if it's that same NEC code change from 2018 that just went into effect. If you are referencing something else, Mark, please let me know and I'll dive into it. But Lutron does not see that as a issue for their wireless products on lighting controls, because again, that specifically states it's on a receptacle circuit versus lighting. So let me know if that's different. Kind of going off of that wireless setup, I'm a big component of trying to get this installed in your own home. And I say this for a very specific reason because I showcase my house all the time. And I do it because you're almost validating the system itself for that person that's on the fence. So I'm going to share my own house from my cell phone here. So bear with me for 1 second. That will be popping up in 2, 1 right there. So my system right now, screen that away. We're good to go. Slide, slide, slide. My house right here, Lutron app. Everything that we do, that's a free Lutron app. I want to highlight that. It does not cost any money. There's no yearly fee. It is free. I am currently on the Wi-Fi inside our office, so I'm not at my house, but if I dive into this screen, we're going to see very quickly, I have one light on and two shades that are open. My shades are inside my living room. If I click on this very quickly, you're going to see that I have a natural light optimization enabled. Basically, my blinds are staying open based on the light output, and they will close when sunset happens. Now, I'm a sales guy. Many sales guys, you can find them to be not as honest. My lights, right? If I go here, that's my living room light I'm turning on right now. Don't believe me because I'm telling you that. Yes, my light is on. It says it's on based on an app at 99%. We're going to go a little bit deeper into this. This is my living room, literally right now. I am in my Ring app. My light is on. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to go back a little bit. I don't want to use case that space. Oh, somebody's going to the bathroom. I'm here. That's the dogs. If I take this space right there, my lights, I'm going to spin this guy right back around. We're going to go to Lutron. We're going to turn my lights off. I am now going back to that Ring app. Again, don't believe me because I say it. Believe me because you see it. Anywhere you have a data signal, you have the ability to turn your lights on and off, right? I have the ability to incorporate several different products from geofencing with lights turning on and off based on my cell phone to those blinds that you currently see right there inside my living room. Let's go back to that Lutron system. My blinds are currently open and they are open at 50%. We're going to take this shade and we're going to close those blinds completely. Again, don't believe me because I say it. Believe me because as we reconnect and end that live view, bear with me. We're going to go here. It helps when you do it the right way and you actually close them. Go back here. Never said that this was the greatest view, boys. I apologize. Those blinds are now closed. I can incorporate several different products inside this space. My lights can turn on, my shades. I have something when you look at the capabilities of partnership, Sonos is in that same space. I can close my blinds. I could turn on my Barry White when I say, Alexa, activate sexy time. And then my wife can tell me, no, that's not going to happen today, but great idea. If you have an idea, you can create the recipe to make it happen. A lot of times we get asked, how do you incorporate an outdoor floodlight that is on a smart device system and have that work with your lighting system on a light, a flood, a motion sensor? Well, this is my backyard right there. 8:20 last night. You're going to see motion as one of my kids' buddies walks out. That light turns on the right-hand side of my screen. You're going to see that light pops up as well. So whenever I see that side floodlight on and it will stay on for 15 minutes, I know there's been motion inside the space. Right here, the dogs go outside. I'm going to have that light turn back on. It's set for a 15-minute timeout. As soon as that happens, I know there's motion in my backyard. I have several dogs that you can't see right now. It's going to turn off there at 9:11. It stopped at 8:56. That is the capability to be able to showcase, yes, I have a smart device. I have it talking to my Caseta system for a very specific reason. I have 3 dogs currently in my house. One is my brother-in-law that's staying with us. Great guy. But I don't need to start my day with a tomato bath because of the skunk that lives underneath my shed. So I have a morning wake scene that at 5:20 at the very top, my lights on my house go on. If we ever walk outside at 5:20 when it's still dark and I see that floodlight is on, I'm going to go check to make sure there's no activity. Okay. You got to find the application that makes the most amount of sense. If you go back to my living room, my system started with a wireless 4-way. I had a switched receptacle when I bought this house, which I should have never bought had I known then what I know now. So I was able to turn that light on only in that one space. And that was very frustrating because I have 3 wonderful kids, 3 dogs, and numerous toys that could potentially get in my way along the way. So what I did is I wired that as a constant hot. I added a Pico out there when I walk over by the bathroom. I have a Pico right there by the kitchen, and I have my traditional Pico that's right by the door. It solved a solution for me. Find the application that makes the most sense for you. Find the application that's going to resonate with that homeowner. If you walk in and you see a Nest camera, they're already a smart home system. If you walk in and you see they have an Amazon Alexa, they're probably used to this technology. Find that wireless application where you just need to be able to turn that light on and off from multiple spots. I don't want to be able to sit there and control that from everywhere. Maybe I just want to control it from my car. So I never drive home to a non-lit driveway. There are several different solutions we can provide. You got a great opportunity with the promotion that Green Mountain is kicking off. Then you dive into the outdoor world. We're really excited about it. If you have any questions, please, again, reach out to our team at Houston Associates New York. Reach out to your Green Mountain contacts. We'd be happy to do dog and pony shows, lunch and learns at any of your trade associations, your safety classes, or just to do a lunch and learn at a branch. It is 4:29 on the dot. I told you I would use a ton of this time with an enormous amount of information. I hope you've gotten something out of it. I will put down my contact information as well as our teams as they're starting to type in there. Kim, I appreciate this very much, ma'am.
Yeah, this was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I like all the interactivity there. It's very cool stuff. And I'm excited about our promotion. So again, tomorrow I'll go through attendance logs, figure out who won what, and I'll also be sure to follow up with everybody with a link to the recording and also any supporting documentation that I get from Houston. It's great to have our salespeople on the call because they're the front lines and along with Houston and selling our, GMS products and solutions. And it's great to have our customers on the call as well, hearing it firsthand from the experts. So together, we can do a lot, and we really appreciate all the business from our customers. We know that you guys have a choice. We want to keep Green Mountain as your first choice. And, please reach out to us, and I'll be in touch via email. And thanks, everyone. I really appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. We'll sign up for a few
Thank you,
minutes. Should
everyone.
anybody have any questions? If not, you guys have a great afternoon and weekend. Thank you for your time.